Welcome to the second battle between Gunbeerfreedom and Sakari. Gunbeerfreedom is playing as the Pergamese. He has 4 Sarissa pikemen. You're supposed to have 5. But his general bodyguard is here, and that is a hoplite unit. It does not count to the max. You have to have minimum 5 Sarissa pikemen. There are not supposed to be 4 of them. You're supposed to have 5. To the side of them, he has 2 Diadochi spear. On each side. Good support, good flanking protection. Pergamese do have 2 elite peltas. They have 35 armor, a bit more damage, a bit more range, a bit more melee attack and defense compared to our regular peltas unit. The only thing they lack to be the perfect peltas is the armor piercing ability of the Bactrian peltas. Anyway, the Pergamese have went with Tarentine cavalry as their cavalry. They have 8 speed, decent melee. They can catch up to the Seleucids, and but let's just take a look at what he has. Some Pergamese thorax swordsmen. They fight with swords. They have the armor piercing. They fight like the Romans basically. The only thing they lack is the formations. And he also have some Galatians. Let's see here. He has some Galatians. These are sword infantry. 200 men with 10 armor. Yeah. They're cheap though, but yeah. They're probably... Yeah, they're better than the Greek infantry of the Seleucids. It's just that the Greek infantry have 3 javelins, so you need to catch these guys before they've hurled their javelins. The Seleucid player has 4 units of Greek infantry and a javelin unit on the sides, whilst the Tyros spear here is to the flank of the hoplites, the phalangites. And then behind them he has his Seleucid Royal Guard. Now these Seleucid Royal Guards can take the javelins of the regular infantry, but against these peltas, every unit of the infantry and cavalry will suffer to their javelins. So it's not so, yeah. Now in terms of cavalry, Seleucus has 2 Greek javelin cavalry here. Taking another javelins, and if against a slower unit, cavalry unit, they can just run away. He has some Indian elephants here also, and these elephants are always a threat. He has a companion cavalry for his general. This cavalry general can form a diamond formation. Also, the Thessalians can do the same. So let's see what happens here. These Terosproi could be in front here or behind to help with cavalry support missions. Those are moving forward. He has 5 pikemen. Pergamese pikemen are not disciplined and have inferior stats than what the bronze shield pikeman has. The losers do have an option to get the silver shield pikeman. They would have had 3 speed instead, but it would cost him 250 denarii more. The loser downgraded himself in cavalry with the Greek javelin cavalry. See what happens. The Greek javelin cavalry has been giving attack orders on these Tarentines, but the Tarentines are coming in here and they do have ammunition of their own. They can hurl this ammunition against the Greek javelin cavalry if they get in range. However, the Greek javelin cavalry is keeping its distance. Now, these Greek infantry are gonna hurl their javelins against these Tarentine cavalry. There's a lot of javelins here coming in. You get a good charge here, and he kills many infantry units. But he is taking javelin damage. And now this cavalry is isolated here. What's gonna be more lethal are these javelins. They are gonna hurl and damage up this, can kill this cavalry. These men are the real danger in terms of javelins. Here the Seleucid cavalry is gathering up. So yep, just keep hurling javelins here. A good defense inwards here, but these Indian elephants are keeping moving here, and it also means that you probably would have wanted to hit these elephants. He did manage to kill a couple of Greek infantry though. So these Indian elephants are gonna be very vulnerable. The Pergamese Peltas unit should be firing at these Indian elephants. Oh, the Indian elephants are too close now. These royal guards charged in here against the Phalangites. Good job by the Seleucid player to get in to these Peltas before they got them off their javelins. Here this cavalry is now close to the red border. They need to either try to get to the side or charge, preferably charge. They're in a deep formation, but these Tarentines got a clean charge off on these Greek javelin cavalry. The Seleucids do have another cavalry unit on its way. The Pergamese cavalry are now behind. However, the Seleucids are closer, so they get a cavalry support. These Tarentines got attacked from the front and the rear. They are gonna rout. The Pergamese do keep firing here. There's a small gap here that the Seleucid player are using with his javelins. He seems to have not thrown a little, but he must have still have javelins here. Good job here by the Pergamese to hurl javelins at these men. These men can do a lot of damage, and they're quite very cheap, so it's important that they manage to deny them the kills. This Tarentine cavalry came back, and he can hammer anvil this Greek infantry unit. And this Greek infantry unit got wavering now. And it routed. That this frees up these Galatians to charge this Thorax spear unit in the flank. This Tarentine cavalry can charge these Greek javelin cavalry now. They need to keep moving here. This Toros boy are taking damage. But you probably want to use these javelins on the Seleucid general here to get a bit payback, or against these elephants. The elephants are gonna be the main threat. Good job by the Pergamese to, like, he disengages these Seleucid spear. He realizes that he needs to counter these elephants, counter the cavalry. So the Seleucid, these heavy spear units got routed. They could have formed a square knowing that they would be surrounded and they would have held much longer. The Thorax swordsmen are charging into the flank of these Seleucid spear and Greek infantry. These Pergamese needs to keep running here behind the lines, and he must shatter these royal guards. The Seleucid Greek cavalry who had won their fight over here have now come back. Seleucid player is moving his infantry here. However, this can be very demoralizing to the Greek infantry. They may be faster, but would also be demoralized. This Greek infantry routed. The Diadochi spear are trying to hold on to these Pergamese pikemen, but the Pergamese are sending in another Galatians. He's coming in here. Though these men are just going to be charged right almost immediately afterwards. Now these Tauric swordsmen are charging the Seleucid general. It's all about getting the penalty on the flank. Now these Indian elephants are going to be a big problem for Pergamese. The Pergamese general's bodyguard is getting slaughtered by the pikemen. These pikemen were designed to fight hoplites. Here the bronze pikemen are doing very well. The Pergamese pikemen are exhausted. The Seleucid general is just gonna keep hammering these infantry units. The Greek javelin infantry sees that the Pergamese general is wavering, and he didn't need to reorganize here. So it makes perfect sense that this cavalry is coming in here, shattering these thorax spears could form a square. Wouldn't help them, they would still lose, but they will hold for longer. And now the bronze pikemen have now readjusted their lines. The Indian elephants are coming in here against the Diadochi spear. Managed to shatter them, just keep moving here. These thorax well, Galatian infantry is doing well here against the pikemen on from the flank. The Greek javelin cavalry managed to rout these Pergamese pikes. So now the Seleucids have now 2 pikemen freed up. Greek javelin cavalry though is wavering. Greek infantry is coming in here for a flank attack on these thorax swordsmen. They are now steady. Greek javelin cavalry, the unsung heroes. These Seleucids spear units have been routed now. 110 kills. Held for quite a while though. Some more Thessalians are coming back for the Seleucids. And also some Greek infantry. Greek cavalry. These thorax swordsmen are now coming in from the flank, and these bronze pikemen are very exhausted. And they're not really fighting these pikemen. However, several more bronze pikes of the enemy. The Seleucid player are maneuvering. These peltas are disengaged against this unit. Went to fight this unit. So this general is charging these thorax swordsmen to break them. The Greek infantry that flanked the thorax swordsmen got routed, shattered. Yeah, it's hard to win without cavalry. Galatia's infantry got shattered. Along with these thorax swordsmen are also very badly damaged. They also shattered. The Thessalians are coming in here against the other thorax swordsmen. These men did very well though. They only lost 7 men and killed 177 men. So they must have cut out these javelin units. And then they killed some infantry over here. The Seleucid player has a lot of infantry freed up and a lot of cavalry. Salian cavalry got shattered first before these Taurus swordsmen are gonna break. However, they did break a Seleucid royal bronze pikeman. They're now to the flank of these, but they got shattered. Peltas are charging the flank of these bronze pikes. These bronze pikes are exhausted. Wow, these Peltas have done a lot of work here. The elephants coming back, but that will give the Seleucid player some scare effect into these Pergamese infantry. Charge! This shatters the Pergamese infantry. Just popping scare in the last second. So well done to Sakari. Yeah, the Pergamese player, he did waste one of his cavalry units against your Greek infantry. Now the Seleucids could have had his pike line straight on yours, on the Pergamese pikeman line. Since this hoplite unit was a hoplite unit, this unit suffered. In the end, this mistake of having 4 pikemen and having this hoplite did cost him the battle, as well, it was a cavalry loss and lack of anti-elephant counters that lost him the battle. But having this general dying on the front line certainly didn't help. Yeah, good battle, good game to both players. Well done, Sakari. Thank you for watching. Bye.